Flagler's in first place in the Peach Belt Conference. Today, North Georgia, one of the league's favorites, comes to town. Saints baseball starts now. Thrilled to be with you here on the Peach Belt Conference Network, along with our producer, Juliana Maynard, and our sports information director, John Jordan. I'm Dave Wenda, finally playing baseball after delay. We're supposed to have two today. We'll just have a singleton this afternoon, and then a doubleheader starting tomorrow at noon due to all the rain in the area. It's raining hard for the last 3 days or so here in St. Augustine, but it has cleared off, and now it's just windy and cool, and it'll be getting colder throughout the course of this game. 58 degrees right now, and a 20-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight out to center field should make it interesting. Let's look at the starting lineup. First for the North Georgia Nighthawks and head coach Tom Contrell. Leading off, the center fielder, Cruz Taylor. Batting second is the right fielder, Tim Conway. Batting third and playing designated hitter is Nick Levensteins. The cleanup batter is the catcher, Caleb Freeman. Batting fifth and playing first base is Jake Arnold. The sixth hole hitter is the shortstop, Riley Frost. In the seventh hole is the third baseman, Parker Ingram. Batting eighth and playing second base is Connor Frost. And batting ninth, the left fielder, Justin Bailey. They'll deal with Gage Voorhees, who has been outstanding this year for the Saints. He is the conference and region pitcher of the week after his performance last week when he tossed a two-hit shutout against Augusta in the Friday night game with 13 strikeouts. Comes in 2-1 on the season. This is his sixth start, a 1.54 ERA. And he'll deal with Cruz Taylor to lead off. First pitch is inside for a ball. Taylor, good hitter, 345 average, 29 for 84 on the season, 8 doubles, 5 homers, and he's driven in 20. The 1-0, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. As a team, the Nighthawks are hitting .278. The 2-0 pitch is upstairs, 3 balls and no strikes. And there's a strike. 3-1 the count to Taylor, who's the center fielder for the Nighthawks. The 3-1 is upstairs and outside, and Taylor works the leadoff walk. That brings up Tim Conway, the right fielder. Conway, a .253 hitter. He's got a couple of home runs, 13 RBIs on the season. Check on Taylor, who has swiped 9 bases in 9 attempts. North Georgia comes in 12-6 on the year, 2-1 in the league. Flagler 9-9 overall, 3-0 in the PBC. And this one out of the reach of Fiorenza. He'll slide and no throw. So Taylor is into scoring position. Want to know the count to Conway. Now 2-0. Voorhees hasn't gotten behind hitters very often this season. Been very efficient. Be interesting to see how the wind affects both pitchers and hitters today. There's a strike, 2-1. and now 3-1. And that hit him. So the first two are aboard for the Nighthawks. And that brings up Nick Levensteins. Levenstein's hitting .329 with 9 homers and 25 runs batted in. First pitch, strike. Ground ball under the glove of Matt Burke. They're going to send Taylor, and there will not be a throw. Here comes Conway behind him, and the Nighthawks have jumped out to a 2-0 lead on the RBI base hit from Nick Levensteins. Levensteins ends up at second base. Goes down as a base hit and an error on the right fielder, Donovan Garcia. Comes Coach Dave Barnett. I think he's going to not talk to his pitcher, but talk to the umpire.
Right now they're all earned, yes.
Our umpires today behind the plate is Michael Parnell. At first is Mark Morgan, and the third base ump is Richard Behrens. Well, not sure what Coach Barnett is asking for. The umps came together.
Yes. It's easier to do it that way. Yeah. Unless you know for sure that they're going to be.
The batter's Caleb Freeman, the catcher. Freeman, a .310 hitter. 1 home run, 15 RBIs. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. Coach Barnett may have been arguing that perhaps one of the runners did not actually touch the bag at either second or third. 2-1 the count to Freeman. Sharply hit right at the first baseman, Luke Wellborn. And that's the first out of the inning. Levensteins moves up to third base. That brings up Jake Arnold, the first baseman. First pitch is a ball to Arnold. Arnold hitting a robust 357. 7 extra base hits, 3 of them homers, 13 RBIs. The 1-0 is in there for a strike. One stays up, ball 2. Last weekend, North Georgia started PBC play on the road at Lander and took 2 of 3. Bouncer to third base. Jaden Ward will come home with it to Fiorenza, and it's in time for the second out. That brings up Riley Frost, the shortstop.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Riley Frost.
Frost, a 250 hitter. Count is 1-1. Popped up into short right field. Making his way back and making the catch is Matthew Burke. But a couple of runs come across on one hit for North Georgia, and they lead it 2-0. It might have been the play at second. I mean, I don't know. But to have all 3 umpires come together is a little strange. Hey, let me just get my scoring straight here. Was that a pass ball?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'd agree. And welcome back to Drysdale Field, ready for the bottom of the first inning. Here's the lineup for head coach Dave Barnett and the Flagler Saints. Leading off and playing center field is number 22, Trey Newland. Batting second is the shortstop, number 9, Mason Gray. Batting third and playing right field, number 1, Donovan Garcia. Batting fourth, the left fielder, number 21, Ashton Thomas. In the 5-hole is the first baseman, number 12, Luke Wellborn. Batting sixth and catching, number 7, John Fiorenza. In the 7-hole, it's the third baseman, number 11, Jaden Ward. Batting eighth, the DH, number 16, Tyler Keith. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 3, Matthew Burke. They'll deal with starting pitcher Cade Heil, lanky right-hander. Heil making his 6th start, has a 3-1 record with a 2.25 ERA. He's worked 32 innings, given up 9 runs, 8 of them earned, walking 9 and striking out 21. Opponents are hitting .273 against him. And first up is Trey Newland, the center fielder. Fresh face here for the Saints. And he's played well in the early going. Newland hitting .298. And this one Line into left field for a base hit, and Newland's going to stretch it to second base. Good heads-up base running by Trey Newland. No one was covering the bag, and the throw was a little off target from Justin Bailey, the left fielder, and Newland is aboard. That brings up Mason Gray, the shortstop. Gray hitting .274. Both Newland and Gray are threats to run. They both have stolen 8 bases in 9 attempts. First pitch, chop back to the pitcher, and Heil will go to first for the sure thing. Newland moves up to third base. And that brings up Donovan Garcia, the right fielder. Garcia started to put it together a little bit at the plate in the Augusta series. Been scuffling offensively. Guy who led the team in most offensive categories a season ago. He's got his average up to .254. Striven in 11. The 1-0 is low and outside, ball 2. Last year, Garcia led the Saints with a .361 average, a .432 on base percentage, and a .474 slugging percentage. And he's ahead here 2-0. There's a strike. Garcia also had a team best 13-game hitting streak. Two balls and 2 strikes. His numbers might have been even better, but Garcia kind of had to work his way into the starting lineup last year as a freshman. Ended up making 26 starts with 32 appearances. Swing and a miss, and he's down on strikes. So 2 gone, and the batter will be Ashton Thomas, the left fielder. And the Nighthawks will shift here for Thomas, who's hitting a gaudy .382. First pitch ball.
You need that one slimmer? Yeah, I'm going to take it.
And this one hit into right field, and it'll get under the glove of Conway. Newland scores, and it's a double for Thomas, and the Saints have cut the deficit in half. It's now 2-1. So the inning continues. That brings up Luke Wellborn, the first baseman. Wellborn hitting .255, has a couple of home runs, 16 RBIs. Saints haven't really gotten the power stroke going yet. They strung together a lot of hits in that Augusta series. And this one gets past the catcher, Freeman, and allows Garcia to move up. Or Thomas, excuse me. So now a runner at third with 2 outs for Wellborn. There's a strike. Wellborn, the transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Big cut, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Just reeks out and punches at it into left field. Late jump there, but Bailey's able to make the catch to end the inning. But the Saints get a run on a couple of doubles. It's now 2-1 Nighthawks. Top of the second, 2-1 North Georgia. It will be Parker Ingram, Connor Frost, and Justin Bailey due up for the Nighthawks. 7, 8, 9. First pitch strike from Voorhees. One is poured in there. Big swing and a miss, and Voorhees looks like he's settling in a bit.
Now batting the second baseman, number 20, Connor Frost.
That doesn't make any sense. Oh wait, I know what this place is.
One and one the count to Connor Frost. Now 1-2. Voorhees with those 13 strikeouts against Augusta 8 days ago. Ground ball right back to him. And he flips to first for the second out. That brings up Justin Bailey, the left fielder. Bailey, a .250 hitter. Just 24 at bats. This is his 25th. 6 hits, no homers, 5 RBIs. First pitch is a strike. Voorhees starting to work more quickly now. That one's high and tight. Ball 1. now 2-1. Foul tipped, and that evens the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fouled out of play. North Georgia has traveled well. A lot of Nighthawks fans made the trip down here to St. Augustine, perhaps thinking they'd get like a nice spring break type of warm, sunny beach vacation. It's been anything but here. 3 days of rain finally cleared off, and now it's going to get very cold. There's a swing and a miss, and Voorhees is through the inning. The Nighthawks go in order, but they continue to lead at 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Drysdale Field
Have you rolled any replays?
Yeah.
Cool. What did you get?
I got like
For Flagler? For them?
And I got the
Right.
that was
That's okay. Okay.
and then I got
Good. Well, great. That's awesome. Awesome. So I'm just looking at, I realized this is actually updated through the first few innings today. Oh. This is like I counted the runs, and there was one off, and then Voorhees has an ERA. And he's thrown 10 innings, and so that's pretty impressive that it updates like that. That's perfect. I'll just back into it.
This is going to be
Real time, yeah. They has them as a loss today. It's like, they're not 3-1. Wait a minute. Check 1-2. And we're back. Bottom of the second inning, 2-1 North Georgia. Just sorting out the offensive numbers from last weekend with the help of our sports information director, John Jordan here. Here's the 1-0 to Fiorenza. John's hitting .238 on the season. Last week he had 3 hits against Augusta. Here's the 2-0. And that one misses. 3 balls and no strikes. Overall, the Saints pounded out 35 hits in 3 games and scored 25 runs. 2 of the games ended on the mercy rule, and one was a pitcher's duel, that 2-0 shutout tossed by Voorhees. And Fiorenza's aboard with the leadoff walk.
now batting the third baseman, number 11, Jaden Ward.
That brings up Jaden Ward. Hard hit ball, base hit to left, and Fiorenza's going to turn the corner and head for third. The throw is not in time, and the Saints have runners at second and third with nobody out. That brings up Tyler Keith, the designated hitter. Keith is the backup catcher, but he played well last week. Went 2 for 7 with 3 runs scored. Drove in a run. And that'll get a meeting of the Nighthawks at the mound. Gives us a chance to talk about Tom Cantrell, the head coach of the Nighthawks, in his 23rd season. Cantrell restarted this program back in 2000. His record is 762 and 452, a winning percentage of .630 coming into the season. This is Tyler Keith, and he looks at the first pitch strike. Before taking over the program at North Georgia, Cantrell was the head coach for 9 seasons at DeKalb Junior College. This one, right back to the pitcher Heil, and he'll toss to first for the first out. Brings up Matthew Burke, the second baseman. Over 26 completed seasons, Cantrell has won 939 games against just 504 losses. Burke hitting .284. Seems to be hitting better since he moved down in the lineup. Usually hits around the middle of the order, but during the Augusta series, he was hitting in that 9 slot and hit .545 in the series. 6 for 11 with a double. Also drove in a run. Saints hit .375 against Augusta and raised their team batting average by roughly 20 points. 1-2 the count to Burke. Another ground ball to the pitcher, and they've got Fiorenza hung up. And everyone's safe. So bases are now loaded. Back to the top of the order, and Trey Newland, who doubled and scored his first time up. Big cut from Newland. Slice to the first baseman, who wanted to go home, but will turn and step on the bag instead. A run scores, and the Saints have tied it. So Newland has scored a run and driven in a run, and that brings up Mason Gray.
Number 9, Mason Gray.
Gray grounded back to the pitcher, his first time up. First pitch swinging, popped up on the infield. Heil called for it, and then he laid off as the first baseman, Arnold, came in and kind of crowded him. And the Saints have pulled ahead 3-2 on the error.
It's foul ball. Foul ball.
Oh, it was a foul ball. I thought it fell fair territory. Okay.
Nobody touched it. Ball skidded foul.
Oh, okay. So once it bounced, it skidded foul. I got a little excited there. Sorry, folks. So fortunate for the Nighthawks, who did not put it away there. And it looked like the Saints had scored, but once the ball hit in fair territory, it rolled foul. Here's the 0-1. Little Texas leaguer into short right field and making the long run, and the catch is Cruz Taylor, but the Saints tie it up 2-2 as we head to the third. What? On the run? On the Newland thing? Oh, you mean on Burke, with the Burke? On Burke, with Burke. Okay. So then, is it an error then too? Oh. So it's a fielder's choice, but he reaches without an out. Okay. It's been a weird game already. Yeah. Somebody should have been out on the play. Tied at 2 as we head to the third inning. Cruz Taylor, Tim Conway, and Nick Levenstein's due up for the Nighthawks. Talk about Coach Cantrell. He's a good player, too. Was drafted out of DeKalb College by the Braves. Spent 2 years with them in the minors before beginning a coaching career. This is Taylor, the count 2-0. There's a strike. Now 3-1. That was close. Under Cantrell, North Georgia has won at least 30 games 18 times. And it's a leadoff walk for Taylor. And they've won 40 or more games 6 times in his tenure. Nighthawks come in ranked number 25 in the latest collegiate baseball newspaper D2 poll. That was released on March 7th. The batter's Tim Conway, who was hit by a pitch and scored in the first. another check on the runner. Taylor's stolen 9 bases. He's not been caught stealing this season.
Analytics stuff. Fair enough.
Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Voorhees, a 6-foot junior from Springfield, Ohio. Transfer from Cedarville University. And he gets the strikeout here. A 1 gone in the third. And the batter is Levensteins, who singled in the first inning. Actually, Voorhees spent time at 2 different colleges. He started at Cedarville University and then spent a season at Sinclair Community College in 2020. Was with the Saints a season ago. He made 10 appearances last year with 1 start, had a 2-0 record with a save, and a 4.15 earned run average. 1-0 with the count to Levensteins. Now 2-0. Swinging strike, 2-1.
Uncle's in the Navy. He's stationed up in Jacksonville, and he asked for
Voorhees pumps in a strike to even the count at 2-2.
back here 5 or 6 years ago. He had a reunion. He goes, "That's the last time I come back."
This one gets by the catcher, Fiorenza. And Taylor moves up to second on the wild pitch. Count is full to Levensteins, with 1 on and 1 out here in the third. Tie ball game. And a 1-out walk. So the Nighthawks have runners at first and second, and that brings up Freeman. Freeman ground out to first in his first at bat. Voorhees pumps in a strike. Wind still whipping out to center field. That's a ball, 1-1. I saw a picture from yesterday about noon, and the outfield here at Drysdale Field was littered with huge puddles. Here's the 1-1. The infield here, including the batter's box and all the base paths, are all artificial turf. The only thing that's dirt is the pitcher's mound. But the outfield is all natural. Here's the 2-1. No, Voorhees will step off. When there is water here at Drysdale Field, it tends to collect more in right center than anywhere else. They're going to throw behind the runner at second, and they got him! John Fiorenza mows down Cruz Taylor for the second out of the inning. Count is 3-1 with 2 outs. This one popped up, but it's going to, I think, get out of play. And it does. So now the count runs full. Fiorenza has a very strong throwing arm, as we just saw. He's caught several runners stealing by throwing from his knees. And that time caught Taylor leaning too far off second base. Here's the payoff pitch. The Saints are in a defensive shift, and this one is outside for ball 4. It's the third walk of the inning for Voorhees. Keeps the inning alive for Jake Arnold.
Now batting first baseman, 15, Jake Arnold.
Oh, look at one next to
Arnold grounded into a fielder's choice in the first inning. Ground ball to Ward at third, and he wins the race to the bag, and the inning is over. Still 2-2 as we head to the home half of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning, tied at 2. Donovan Garcia is the batter. It'll be Garcia, Ashton Thomas, and Luke Wellborn for the Saints. Ground ball through the hole as the Nighthawks had shifted, and Garcia takes advantage by going the other way for the base hit. And the leadoff batter is aboard for the Saints. That brings up Ashton Thomas, who doubled home a run in the first. Breaking ball from Heil is a strike to Thomas. Heil is a preseason all-conference pick. He was first team all-league last year. And Garcia got caught leaning the wrong way. He was actually braking, and they threw behind him. And Garcia is picked off of first. Well, the Saints aggressive on the base pass, too aggressive there in the case of Donovan Garcia. So there's one out. The count 0-1, now 0-2. Heil, first team all-conference in 2021. He was second team all-league back in 2018. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He was first team all-state back in 2017. .6'3" senior right-hander. He's ahead here 1-2. Swing and a miss. Thomas didn't realize the ball wasn't caught, and he'll reach first base. So that brings up Luke Wellborn. Fortunate for the Saints. The ball got behind Caleb Freeman. And after a bit of hesitation by Thomas, he was able to hustle down the line and reach. Sharply hit, base hit for Wellborn. Thomas will stop at second. The Saints have a little something going here with 2 outs. Or with 1 out, excuse me. In the 3rd inning. And the batter's John Fiorenza, who walked his first time. First pitch is a strike to Fiorenza.
Logan, make sure our first lead off. Like a lot more.
1-1 now. Fiorenza, the senior from Beverly Hills, Florida. Transfer from the College of Central Florida in Ocala. This one outside. Freeman keeps it in front of him.
I'm sure that's what Chad wants to add.
2-1, grounder to third. Step on the bag for one. The throw across gets away from the first baseman. And that's going to allow Wellborn to attempt to score. The throw is not in time, and the Saints have taken the lead 3-2. So Fiorenza ends up all the way over at third base. And the Saints have taken their first lead of the game. The batter is Jaden Ward. Ward singled his first time up. Hits this one hard to left. Going back at the wall. It's gone. A home run for Jaden Ward. his second of the season, and it gives the Saints a 5-2 lead. While we were waiting for a ball to get up into that wind, and the Saints finally got one. More of a line drive than a bomb, but it stayed up and got over the wall for Jaden Hord's second homer of the 2022 season. That brings up Tyler Keith. Saints lead at 5-2.
Alex's heart started.
Two balls and no strikes to Keith, who grounded out to the pitcher. Back in the second inning. Little tap at the plate. It'll stay fair. And that ends the inning, but the Saints pick up 3 runs, including the bomb from Jaden Ward, and they lead it 5-2. So, help me out here. So it's 2 RBIs for Ward. Was there another RBI, or was yes. On the Wellborn? I mean on Wellborn scored. Yeah. There's no RBI for Fiorenzo. Okay. Okay, thanks. We really have. Top of the 4th, Saints have grabbed a 5-2 lead on the blast from Jaden Ward. This is Riley Frost. Starting to get chilly as the shadows make their way across the infield here. 3-0 is the count to Frost. 54 degrees right now in St. Augustine. It'll drop to about 39 overnight. 3-0 is a ball. He walked him on 4 pitches. And that brings up Parker Ingram. Ingram struck out back in the second.
Remember, somebody got picked off. First out. Second out was them here, third base. And then the next guy would have grounded out. So now the runs would have scored.
0-1 the count to Ingram.
weirdest thing is that I've not been
You don't get out by 10, you get picked out, that's the first out.
Now 1-1. Ingram does not have a hit this season. This is just his 11th at bat, his third start. 0-2 is outside.
So you got one out. You got one out. You got one out with the pickoff. You got 2 outs. They were passionate.
Swing and a miss, and Ingram is down on strikes for the first out. That brings up Connor Frost. Grounded back to the pitcher. His first time up.
Can I get water? Water and sunflower.
Fly ball to right. Garcia slips and falls. Now he regains his footing and makes the catch. Garcia staying with it for the second out.
I'll get something for you guys. What do you want? Reese's.
And that brings up Justin Bailey.
I can give me 2 packs of Reese's. No, 2 packs.
Bailey, a strikeout victim in the second.
Goes into right field. Ground. It's in the tree.
Wonder if the wet conditions played a factor there and Garcia slipping. We talked about the water tends to pool there on the right side of the outfield. Sure, it was a lot of work getting the field in playable condition considering the heavy rains over the last few days. Showing bunt, and Bailey pulls it back, ball 1.
Please stay away from that, please.
And there's the 1-2.
Yeah.
Then if we're not staying, no, we're going to the Swanson. I know.
Bailey looks like he's choking up here with 2 strikes. Foul tipped into the mitt, and that'll do it. So the Saints hold on to that 5-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
When a guy strikes out, but he reaches on the, like Thomas did, I know it's a strikeout, but how do you score? Do you score anything for the reaching first? Say that again, KSWB. Oh, okay, I see. Strikeout swinging. Is that okay? Gotcha.
Matthew Burke is the batter here in the 4th inning for the Saints. New third baseman for North Georgia's number 17, Will Hardigree, replacing Parker Ingram. Oh, and 2 to count to Burke, who reached on a fielder's choice. His first time up.
They went to get
Third base for Nighthawks for 17, Will Hardigree.
Bro, you need to sit, bro. Bro, you need to sit.
Slowly grounded to short. Frost. And it's going to be a base hit for Matthew Burke, who beats it out. And back to the top of the order, and Trey Newland. Newland 1 for 2 with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Burke has not attempted a stolen base. Newland tries to get the butt down, and he does, and it stays right on the line. Burke turns and heads for third because no one was covering the bag, and now Newland tries to reach second, and he is mowed down there. So a visit to the mound here, and we'll see if they make a pitching change. There are hurlers warmed up in the Nighthawk bullpen. Heil has thrown just 50 pitches, given up 8 hits, 5 runs. Walked 1, struck out 2. Nighthawks may be buying some time for their relief pitchers to get a little warmer because it is really chilly right now. Flagler fans, if you want to support all Flagler athletic teams, join the Saints Club. Visit www.flaglerathletics.com and click on the Saints Club link for details. The batter is Mason Gray, who's 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly out. This one gets past the catcher Freeman, and Burke's going to score easily. That makes it 6-2 Saints. Well, we've had a little of everything today. Chopper to third, and Hardigree, his first chance, and he'll throw out Gray. There are 2 gone here in the Flagler fourth. That brings up Donovan Garcia. Garcia 1 for 2. He singled in the third but was picked off. So we've seen a couple of pickoffs. We've seen a beautiful bunt laid down, but then Newland getting greedy and trying to take second, and a line drive right at Hardigree from Garcia. That ends the inning, but the Saints get another run on a couple of hits, so they lead at 6-2.
that correct? That's what the last one was. Okay. On the stats it says they are. Oh, you did. Okay. Oh, that'll when they know it's there, that'll help. Something that needed like automated, something that sprays water when they get close. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be so funny.
Top of the order for the Nighthawks here in the fifth. It's Cruz Taylor batting. He's walked twice, scored a run. Off-speed pitch from Voorhees is in for a strike. Sharply grounded for a base hit from Taylor, who's aboard for the third time today. And that brings up Tim Conway. If I said the fourth, I meant the fifth inning. Through 4+ innings, Voorhees has thrown 75 pitches, allowed 2 hits, 2 runs. He has walked 5, but struck out 5. Conway was hit by a pitch and scored in the first inning, struck out in the third. First pitch, fouled out of play. Ground ball to short. Gray to Burke for 1. The relay, not in time. So 1 gone for Nick Levensteins. Well, apparently Taylor was not out at second base. It's possible that Burke didn't touch the bag. It seemed like the toss clearly beat him. Yeah, we're discussing up here in the press box maybe an interference call.
Interference would be on the runner. Slide.
Could it be? The count is 3-0 to Levensteins. And the bases are full of Nighthawks with nobody out. That brings up Caleb Freeman. 0 for 1 with a walk.
We should have 2 errors.
There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, Voorhees uncharacteristically has the 6 walks. This one sky high into right center field. Newland will grab it. Tagging at third and scoring is Cruz Taylor, and it's 6-3. That brings up Jake Arnold, who's 0 for 2. Couple of ground outs to third base. Looks like we're going to, or the scorekeeper will rule this as a catcher's interference on that strange play, the would-be fielder's choice that Conway hit into. And it looked like Taylor was out at second, but he was able to stay in the game. Count is 2-0 to Arnold. And he lays off 3-0. There's a strike. One pumped in for another strike. The count is full. Slice foul will do it again. Voorhees comes set. And he missed, and the bases are loaded again. Now 7 walks. And Fiorenza will make a trip out to the mound. Gives us a chance to thank some of the corporate sponsors here at Flagler Athletics. Vested Metals. We are a customer-centric and solution-based metal supplier. UBS Financial. Pursue what matters most to you for today, tomorrow, and generations to come. Sniffen & Spellman, PA, a full-service law firm representing clients statewide. And the McLeod Firm, Florida personal injury attorneys you can depend on. Batter's Riley Frost. 0 for 1 with a walk today. Now 0-2 to Frost. And he's gone, a foul tip into the mitt. 2 outs. That brings up Parker Ingram, who struck out twice. Or excuse me, Will Hardegree, who came in as a defensive replacement for Ingram. First pitch is a ball. Two and 0 is the count.
Better than you did it.
There's a strike. Shadows have fallen across the entire field here. Here's the 2-1. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now the count runs full. Imagine it's uncomfortable pitching in these conditions. Temperatures in the 50s. A double-digit mile-per-hour wind blowing in your face as a pitcher. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, and Voorhees escapes with very little damage considering all the action on the base pass. Just 1 run for North Georgia. Flagler continues to lead at 6-3.
That's the only thing I can think of. Texas interference.
Yeah. Bottom of the 5th inning, Saints on top 6-3. It'll be Ashton Thomas, Luke Wellborn, and John Fiorenza due up to face Heil. First pitch strike to Thomas. 1 for 2 today with a double and an RBI. Hit into center, and it'll fall in for the second hit of the day from Thomas. So the leadoff batter is aboard for Luke Wellborn, who singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Thomas continues his torrid streak with 2 hits today. Last week against Augusta, Thomas had 4 hits in 10 at-bats, 6 runs batted in, to improve his batting average to .382 coming into today. Ground ball to the third baseman. They'll go to second for one. The throw back to first is not in time. That brings up John Fiorenza, who's reached twice today, once on a walk, once on a fielder's choice. He scored in the third. The first pitch fouled off. Fiorenza dealt with a thumb injury that sidelined him for the first half or more of the 2021 season, and never really could get comfortable at the plate. Had trouble swinging the bat throughout the season. Great defensive catcher, as is Tyler Keith. Big arm, handles the pitching staff very well, and he's hit by the pitch here. So 2 on for the Saints with 1 out here in the 5th inning. And well, the coaches pops out from the Nighthawk dugout. This may be it for Heil, and they're going to make the change. We'll step away. Tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. New pitcher for the Nighthawks is number 37, Pete Weil. Redshirt junior right-hander. 6'2", 170 out of Atlanta. Weil making his 9th appearance. He has started 1 game. Has no record with a 1.74 ERA. So in 10 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 3, struck out 9. And he'll deal with Jaden Ward, who had the big blast back in the 3rd inning, a 2-run home run. Ward's got 2 aboard here with 1 out. Here's the 1-0. Sliced foul.
First stuff that shades of.
Big cut from Ward. Already has 2 hits today. A single to go along with that homer. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 swing and a miss, and Ward is gone on strikes. He's retired for the first time today. And there are 2 outs for Tyler Keith.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 16, Flagler.
First pitch is a ball to Keith. Keith, the transfer from Post University, senior. Played in 22 games a season ago with 20 starts. The throw behind the runner, and they pick off Fiorenza, or do they? No. He dropped it. No. A break for the Saints. Fiorenza probably didn't expect to throw over, seeing as how Wellborn's in front of him at second base, but first baseman Arnold snuck behind him, and they nearly had him picked off. Here's the 1-0. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hit hard to center field. Going back is Taylor, and he makes the catch to end the inning. So the Saints get a hit, no runs. They continue to lead it 6-3.
baseman number 20, Connor Frost.
Top of the 6th inning. 6-3 Saints. Connor Frost is the batter. And Gage Voorhees continues for the Saints. That is his 101st pitch. Count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Frost is 0 for 2 today, a ground out and a fly out. Strike 2. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Voorhees uncharacteristically with 7 walks in this one. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3, but that is his 8th strikeout. And there's 1 gone for
14.
number 14, who's pinch hitting here.
Your attention, please. Pitch hitting to the Nighthawks is number 14.
This is Jorge Araspiro. Araspiro hitting this 143. First pitch to him is a ball. Voorhees working quickly. This one swung on, popped up on the infield. Burke calls for it, and there are 2 gone. Back to the top of the order in Cruz Taylor, who's been on all 3 times today. 2 walks and a single. He scored 2 runs. And the Saints are going to make a pitching change as Dave Barnett makes his way out to the mound. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
Is it? I think it's 30. I think it's 30, John. Isn't Faulkner the freshman of the year in the conference? And that's what I meant, freshman of the week. Freshman of the week, yeah. Because he pitched against, was it Valdosta State? Valdosta?
A new pitcher is number 30, Dylan Faulkner. Faulkner, a 6'3" freshman right-hander from Jacksonville, Florida, or lefty, excuse me. He is the PBC Freshman of the Week for pitching it against Valdosta State midweek last week. First pitch to Cruz Taylor is a strike. Against Valdosta, he went 5 2/3. Gave up 5 hits, just 1 run. Was the tough luck loser. Struck out 8 Blazers in that game. Count here is 1 ball and 1 strike to Taylor. Followed off 2 strikes. Well, the pitching has been very good for the Saints this season. 3.42 earned run average coming into the day as a club. Closes the book on Voorhees. Went 5 2/3 with 107 pitches. Gave up 2 hits, 3 runs, walked 7, and struck out 8. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3. Faulkner comes in and finishes off the inning. The Saints lead it 6-3 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
I think it is. No, it's 37. It's still wild. Yeah.
Flagler 6th. Saints lead at 6-3. Jorge Araspiro stays in the game to play left field. Matthew Burke leads it off for Flagler. Flagler Burke 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. First pitch, chopped to third. Hardigree is up with it, and there's 1 out. Back to the top of the order and Trey Newland. Newland's 2 for 3, a single, a double, a run scored, and an RBI for the Saints. He laid down a perfect bunt in the 4th that stayed on the third baseline, but then tried to take second base and was thrown out. One ball and 1 strike. That one bends in for a strike. Newland, a 6-foot sophomore from Prince George's Community College, led the Owls last year with a .365 average. Had a team-high 27 hits and 24 runs. Also led the Owls with 13 stolen bases. 1-2 is the count here, and he spoils it. Gives us a chance to thank the Stellar Group, taking solutions further. Sunshine Realty for all your real estate needs. And Taylor and Waldrop, St. Augustine lawyers backed by experience. Just got a piece to stay alive. The addition of Newland and Mason Gray. Newland, the transfer. Gray, freshman out of the high school ranks, has provided a lot of speed at the top of the lineup for the Saints. And Dave Barnett has not been afraid to be aggressive with his two newcomers. Coach Barnett now in his 35th season here at Flagler College. Foul ball. This will probably stay in play. It does. And Arnold makes the catch. 2 gone here in the 6th. That brings up the aforementioned Gray, who's 0 for 3 today.
Now batting the shortstop, number 9, Mason Gray.
First pitch, ground ball to short. Frost, not in time. Gray beats it out. So the Saints have a base runner with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. Donovan Garcia's the batter. He's 1 for 3 today. We talked about Gray's speed, and we saw it right there on the slow roller to shortstop. He's able to beat out the infield hit and keep the inning alive. Gray has stolen 8 bases in 9 attempts. Gray breaks for second. The throw is in time, and that ends the inning. The Saints get a hit, but no runs. They continue to lead at 6-3. Are they really? Wow. They're D2, right? Yeah. I thought they moved up to D2. Oh, that's right.
Leading off the right fielder, number 5, Tim Conway.
Top of the 7th inning, it's Tim Conway, Nick Levensteins, and Caleb Freeman due up for the Nighthawks. They'll face Dylan Faulkner, who faced one batter when he came in the 6th inning, striking out Cruz Taylor. Faulkner, a transfer from Tallahassee Community College. 2-0 is the count. Last season in Tallahassee, made 17 relief appearances, had a 3-2 record with a 3.16 earned run average. Struck out 42 batters in just 31 1/3 innings of work. 2-1, fouled out of play. Interestingly, even though he played 2 seasons in Tallahassee, Faulkner is still considered a freshman in eligibility here at Flagler. Here's the 2-2. Nope. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And it's a leadoff walk for Conway. Brings up Levensteins, who's 1 for 1. A single, 2 walks.
Nick Levensteins.
One ball and 1 strike. Talking about the eligibility issue, Dave Barnett, not a big fan of granting the extra years of eligibility, where you have a guy like Faulkner who has had 2 seasons of college ball, but because of pandemic rules in college sports, is still considered a freshman. Two and 1 is the count. Foul ball. For a guy like Faulkner, he could play 3 seasons beyond this one, play 6 seasons of college baseball if he can find enough academic work to do, I suppose. The Flagler College does not have a graduate school. Here's the 2-2. Strike 3 called. Levensteins is retired for the first time today. And there's 1 out for Caleb Freeman.
Now batting the catcher, number 13, Caleb Freeman.
Freeman with a walk, sacrifice fly today, also an RBI. Interesting to see a catcher slotted in the cleanup spot. First pitch, strike from Faulkner. Count is 0-1 to Freeman. Nice breaking pitch for a strike. Talking about eligibility, you're a fan of Flagler baseball, you may remember Aaron Anderson. It seems like long time ago, Anderson was starring in the outfield here for the Saints. Here's the 0-2. Checked his swing. Anderson back in 2019 led the team with a .343 batting average. And he transferred to Liberty, and he's still playing at Liberty. He'll complete his master's degree this year. And likely, if he chooses to, would have a career in professional baseball. Scouts were out here interested, and there's a strike from Freeman. He's gone, and there are 2 outs. Anderson wanting to play at the Division I level, but also did not have a graduate school to attend here at Flagler. Batter is Jake Arnold. Foul ball out of play. So I think what the Saints will look like with Anderson still on the roster here, and a couple of the other transfers from the 2020 team, who went on to D1 schools. One and one the count to Arnold. Defensive swing. And there are 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, strike 3, so a leadoff walk, but Faulkner works around it and strikes out the side here in the 7th. The Saints still lead it 6-3. Liberty is? Home 7th, Donovan Garcia, Ashton Thomas, and Luke Wellborn for the Saints. John Jordan telling me that Liberty, where Aaron Anderson continues to play and star, is ranked number 14 in D1 baseball. Ground ball to short for Frost, and Garcia is retired. That brings up Ashton Thomas, who's 2 for 3 today.
Now batting for the fielder, number 21, Ashton Thomas.
Thomas with a single, a double, and an RBI. Fall ball, and Thomas is behind 0-2. Well, these clubs will play 2 tomorrow. They were originally scheduled for a doubleheader today, but rain pushed everything back. That one's in the dirt, ball 1. In fact, this was originally scheduled to be singletons Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but teams have had to adjust. Thomas is gone on strikes. 2 outs for Luke Wellborn. Was 1 for 3 today with a run scored. And we might have a pitching change coming. At least a visit to the mound.
Made the motion.
And we will have a change. We'll take a break, come back, and tell you about the new pitcher. New pitcher is number 25, Zach Green, a redshirt freshman left-hander from Gainesville, Georgia. Transfer from Louisiana Tech. He'll deal with Wellborn. With 2 outs here in the 7th. Saints leading it 6-3. Fouled out of play. the 1-1. Breaking pitch. Stays out of the zone. Foul ball, out of play. Count runs full to Wellborn. And he's aboard. Two out walk.
Lay down, this that level, make
This one fouled out of play by John Fiorenza. Fiorenza's been aboard all 3 times today. A walk, fielder's choice, and a hit by pitch. One and two the count to Fiorenza. And he strikes out. The inning is over. Saints still lead at 6-3.
After 7, our score remains.
I know. Wow. Wow.
Top of the 8th inning. It's Riley Frost
The shortstop, number 7, Riley Frost.
batting. Dylan Faulkner continues on the hill for the Saints. One ball and one strike. Frost 0 for 2 tonight with the walk. Two balls and two strikes. Swing and a miss. And Frost is the first out of the 8th. That brings up Will Hardigree. 0 for 1 today.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Will Hardigree.
Came in as a defensive replacement for Ingram and stayed in to play third. Here's the 2-0. 2 balls and 1 strike. Faulkner, by the way, has struck out 5 of the 6 batters he's faced. Talked about his big strikeout numbers in junior college. He's behind here 3-1. And it's a 1-out walk for Hardigree. That brings up Connor Frost, who's 0 for 3 today. Ground out, fly out, and a strikeout. First pitch strike. I'd say there are at least as many North Georgia fans here as there are Flagler. Would you? Probably more Nighthawks fans.
Usually are.
Crowd is all bundled up. Winter coats, stocking hats, scarves. Going to drop into the 30s tonight in St. Augustine. One and one the count to the appropriately named Frost. Here's the 2-1. Fiorenzo wants to have a chat with Faulkner, who walked Hardigree and is in danger of walking Frost here. Gives us a chance to thank more of the sponsors of Flagler Athletics. St. John's Family Funeral Home and Crematory, services unique as life. St. Augustine Record, covering the ancient city in St. John's County since 1894. And St. Augustine Marina for all your boating and fishing needs. That one caught the inside part of the plate. Frost disagrees. Count is full, 3-2 with 1 out and 1 on here in the North Georgia 8th. Back-to-back walks, and the tying run will come to the plate here in the 8th. The form of Arispiro.
Fielder number 14, Jorge Arespero.
Faulkner pumps in a strike. Oh, and 2 is the count. Swing and a miss, and Arispero is gone on strikes. 2 outs now in the 8th. Back to the top of the order and Cruz Taylor.
Number 22, Cruz Taylor.
Faulkner struck out Taylor. It was the first batter he faced back in the 6th inning. Good breaking pitch for a strike. Strike 2. Taylor scored 2 of the 3 Nighthawks runs. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 5th. He's behind here 0-2. That one blocked by Fiorenza. Faulkner trying to get Taylor to chase out of the zone. And that ends the inning. Faulkner works around a couple of walks and keeps it a 6-3 Flagler lead.
If they bring in someone else, he doesn't, right? And they've got guys warming up. I wonder what they'll do. Yeah, I agree. And if he gives up a runner, then or maybe 2,
Bottom of the 8th. Saints lead it 6-3. Jaden Ward is the batter. He's 2 for 3 with a single and a 2-run home run. Hard hit to right field. This one going back at the wall, and it's off the wall. Ward has his 3rd hit of the day. I'm sure the Saints would love to push across another insurance run here. The batter is Tyler Keith. Keith 0 for 3. 2 ground outs and a hard hit line out to center field his last time up in the 5th.
They don't want to custom race. I know it's too cold out.
Owen won the count to Keith. That one stays up. Back at Post University, Keith once had a 3 home run game with 9 RBIs. Saints would take just a simple base hit here. And that hit him. So the first 2 are aboard for the Saints here in the 8th. That brings up Matthew Burke, who's 1 for 3 with a run scored. And we may have a pitching change here. And he makes the move. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
Hold on a second, John. 4 hasn't pitched at all for them this year, so I might have that wrong. He's wearing 4.
I'm wondering if this is
The new pitcher is number 4, Tyler Courtney, who's making his first appearance of the season. He'll face Matthew Burke with runners at first and second and nobody out here in the 8th. Oh, and it nearly hit Burke. It gets away from the catcher Freeman, and both runners move up a base. Well, that was close to hitting Burke in the head. Courtney, first pitch of the season was a adventure. The infield is in, looking for a play at the plate now. Courtney listed as a infielder, 6-foot senior, and the count is 2-0. This one grounded right back to Courtney. They'll throw behind the runner at third, and now they're able to mow down Ward at the plate. Back to the top of the order and Trey Newland. And this one hits Newland. So the bases are loaded for the Saints with one out here in the 8th.
The shortstop, number 9, Mason Gray.
Brings up Mason Gray, who had a single his last time up and was caught stealing. Again, the Nighthawks bring the infield in. Corner infielders playing right on the grass, and now the middle infielders will back up to double play depth. Breaking pitch is in there for a strike. I didn't mention Griffin Garcia is in the game pinch running. He's at third base. He replaced Tyler Keith. Big swing and a miss from Gray, 0-2. Now those middle infielders called in closer. Looks like they'll try to cut down a potential run at the plate as Gray swings and misses. 2 outs. That brings up Donovan Garcia. Garcia's 1 for 4. First pitch strike. Garcia, first team all PBC last year. See if he can deliver here for the Saints. That one blocked by Freeman. 1-1. Fouled off the breaking pitch. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popped up for the shortstop, Frost, and that's it. So the Saints get a hit, but no runs. They continue to lead at 6-3 as we head to the 9th. Top of the 9th inning, Saints clinging to a 6-3 lead. Defensive replacement in left field. Bryce Fitzgerald takes over for Ashton Thomas. Faulkner back out for the Saints on the mound. Faulkner's thrown 48 pitches. He's worked 2 1/3 innings thus far, trying to pick up the save. And they're going to say he went around there. 0-2. They appealed to the third base ump for some reason and not the first base ump there. That's a ball, 1-2. Batter's Tim Conway, by the way. 2-2 the count to him. Now the count runs full, so both sides have had some issues with the balls and strikes in this at bat. North Georgia was chirping about that check swing strike, or would-be check swing. Here's the 3-2. Grounded out in front of the plate, Fiorenza. And there's one out. Brings up Nick Levensteins.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 21, Levensteins.
Levensteins 0 for 1. Or 1 for 2, excuse me. A single and 2 walks. Saints will shift. First pitch strike. Popped up, foul. This one will get out of play. 1-2's the count. Hard hit, but foul. Here's the 1-2. Grounded foul. Two balls and 2 strikes. Faulkner's thrown a lot of pitches for a reliever, but we've seen that he has starter-type range after that great outing against Valdosta State last Wednesday. 2-2 pitch, misses, 3 balls and 2 strikes. On 2 2/3 innings so far in relief of Gage Voorhees. 3-2 is fouled out of play. Grounded right at the shortstop, Gray, who's playing on the right side of the infield. And there are 2 outs here in the 9th. Caleb Freeman, last chance for the Nighthawks. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice fly. That was an interesting shift by the Saints, who had everybody on the right side of the infield, including the third baseman, Jaden Ward. Breaking pitch for a strike. Oh, and 2. Faulkner's thrown 64 pitches. And that'll do it. The Saints win it 6-3. The winner is Gage Voorhees, who improves to 3-1. The loser is Cade Heil, who drops to 3-2. Faulkner picks up his first save. North Georgia drops to 12-7 overall, 2-2 in the PBC. And Flagler is 10-9 overall and a first place 4-0 in the conference. The final again, 6-3 for our producer Juliana Maynard and our sports information director John Jordan. I'm Dave Wenda. Thanks for watching, everyone. Saints win.